Ian, a terrific weekend for the under-16s and the under-18s. The under-16s scoring 15 and the 18s getting their first league win. How happy are you after those performances on Sunday?
Yeah, I'm delighted. I thought they really played well. The 15 goals scored by the under-16s was pretty astonishing, really, but not unexpected, really, the way they're playing. They all seem to be able to have this desire to win games. I think it's coming from a collection of boys clubs where they've been successful in winning trophies and such like. They're bringing that into sort of academy football now, which is a little bit missed sometimes if you join it too early with the competitive games. So I think that's been a big factor for them. They're doing really well. I'm pleased with that. I apologise to Elgin in some way, because it's a long way to travel to take such a sound beating, but you can only play the games that you're scheduled to play. The 18s, really pleased, because that's a very new squad in terms of how they've even developed. So we had a little game Friday night behind closed doors against an under-19s boys club. They did really well. They won 6-0. I think that's helped them, taking them into Sunday's game. So 18s started the game. There was 7 15-year-olds involved in that game. So that for me is development. And in the 16s we had a couple of 14-year-olds involved in the game. So really pleasing for me that I can do that. But let's be straight, there's going to be sterner tests, and there's going to be a lot harder games, and we're going to lose games in football. But we don't want to be negative, we want to be positive. So we'll just keep going, striding forward, and I'll take some harder fixtures, particularly for the 16s, and challenge them as part of their development. I think they're going to need that.
And now looking ahead to next Sunday, to your next game.
Yeah, Stirling Albion. So the interesting thing about the Stirling game is a lot of the boys will maybe know each other and brought up in boys clubs along similar lines. So there'll be a little bit of needle maybe involved in that, with being a sort of match in the locality. But I think if we play well, I'd expect us to do particularly well. 16s, I think 18s is always harder. I'm sure Stirling Albion have got a capable team at both age groups, but 18s will be a harder test as well, I'm sure. But I'm sure Stirling will put teams out wanting to beat us in both games. So we have to be at our best. We have to play well. Again, we'll be using some trialists. Again, we'll be trying some things out in formations. But it's all for the development of the football club going forward.
And now you're at a stage where you're looking for new players who were born in 2007 for your 14s. How's that going along? Well,
there's been a lot of interest, and hopefully it can be continued. We want to work with clubs. We don't want to take all the players off them, but we want to work with them. But ultimately, my job is to put an under-16s on the pitch at the beginning of 2022, and I need to go and do that. So next Tuesday, I believe, will be the first night of that, and I'll be actively involved in both the recruitment process, the training process, and then ultimately my decision on the signing process. But yeah, we've got some good names. We've had the scouts have done a great job as usual. As I say, Alan and Paul have been terrific guys for me. They're out watching games all the time. So I'm quite thrilled about what they do. Well, hopefully if we can get the 07s to be of an ilk of what I've achieved with the 06s, that's going to be fantastic for us going forward. So it'll be a process again. It'll be a build. It's never ending, and it's a hard job, but it's an enjoyable job. And credit to these boys, they've made my life a lot better and easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would take a longer time to gel, but I've spoke to a few bigger clubs, and I think we'll go and test ourselves against them, and I think we'll learn as much from defeats as we will from wins, and there'll be times when we have to take defeat and take that learning curve. So I'm excited about the whole process. Winning for me is a boy next year or the year after running at that tunnel. That's success for me. Games last Sunday results is great. It's development. Success will be seeing a Falkirk player running out that's homegrown through this system will be great. And
just lastly, some new arrivals as well to look forward to with your signing night on Friday.
Yeah, signing night number 3. The signing nights are excellent, I've got to be honest. We've put a lot of work in on really putting a presentation together for the parents' expectations. The chairman turns up, the board turn up, Gary Holt's there, Jamie was at one of them. The full backing of everybody involved in what we're trying to do comes to that. So it's laid out really clearly what we expect for players, what we want from players, what we're going to do for young players, and what we'd expect from them in return, and parents, and the buy-in to the whole process. So that'll be explained to the boys on Friday. That'll be signed night number 3, so that takes us to, I think, 26 signed players over the 2 groups. I don't want to sign a lot more than that. I want to work with what I've got and just gradually bring in better quality if it comes along. They'll have to be good to get in now. So yeah, it's an exciting night for the boys. They get to sign in the boardroom. The chairman sits with them, myself and Gary, and it's a big deal. That's one thing I'd say about this football club over others I've been at. Everybody's interested, right from the media, the board. Everybody wants to do something, and I hope the fans can get involved in that as well down the line and come along to some games at the stadium when they can, on Sundays if they can, or a Friday evening game. It's good to watch. We won't win all our games, but there's good fans at this club. 4,000 last week. It's astonishing. So 400 come to my game, I'd be delighted to do 4,000. But I'm really pleased with the progress so far, Adam, and I just hope that we can keep going from strength to strength.
Excellent, Ian. Thank you very much.
Thanks, pleasure.